Alright, how's it going, guys? Welcome back. And I have been busy after the video of building all of this stuff. I made a bunch of chests, got all my stuff sorted out, have ores up here. We have tiny purified, which come from when I wash crushed ores. Got purified here. Dust and small dust. My small ones come from all of my rocks that say bearing this ore or that. I just take like the cinnabar one and I walk over here, smack it on the mortar, and that gives me a small dust. Throw it in there, and when I get 4 or a multiple of 4, stick them together, make me a full dust. I'll probably end up having to break that into 2 chests at some point. This is for metal gems, clay, tiny and very tiny. This is for my tiny and my 1/72. These are the gems that I found, including my flint. Any extra flint. I don't have anything on that one yet. Not sure what I'm going to do with it. It's probably going to be where I put the bearing rocks until I want to do a big mass of mortaring all at one time. And this is my regular rocks that I've been picking up. What I have that I haven't been using as pickaxes. Because you'll see over here, got black granite right now. I did have a bunch of comatite ones. I've been using those. It gets rid of all the rocks that I have laying around and saves me on metal and saves me from beating up cobblestone. It's my nature stuff, sapling, shit like that. This is food stuff I found. Stones. This is just any random cobblestone and all my dust that I get. Building blocks, nothing on that one. Any random crap I find, I just throw in there. That's for mob drops. And then these 6 I didn't have a use for yet until I went mining, and now they're just full of random crap that I was too lazy to put away when I got back. So eventually I'll, sort that into where it actually needs to go. But today we're going to look at making a thermometer. And while we're looking at making a thermometer, Bear is going to bitch a little bit. Because Greg not only added cinnabar as a gem, he went the full extent and gave us all the different ones just like redstone. So what I normally do when I find a redstone cinnabar vein is, well, this is what I normally do for all of my mining in the beginning, in case anybody missed it in any of the streams I've done. Early on, I do not use my ores. All of my ores will stay right here until I get a crusher. But the veins have small ones out along the edges, so the top and the bottom, and maybe out on the full far out extremity of the sides. You can find lots of small ores, so that's what I mine first, is the small ores. That way I can use them up instead of breaking all of my regular ores down. Now, that's not counting coal. Coal, lignite coal, that I just use. That is no big deal to use that stuff. There's tons of it out there. But like copper and things like that I'm going to need tons of, I do save up. So my complaint is that we now have all these different gems. Now, one good thing about it is I have an exquisite one. So I can break that down. I was hoping I could use a mortar, but I definitely can't. I can break this down. Flawless. That'll give me 4 of these. And yes, I know there's an extra one in there. Gave me 8 of them. Then take those 8. I'm going to mess around and break this damn thing in about a second. And that gives me all but 4 of these, so 16 of them. Now, can I break these? Yeah, and I can break these right here. That gives me 16, which is 4 cinnabar dust. And cinnabar dust got a makeover. There's actually flakes in it. So that's one good thing about it is you get 1 exquisite, it gives you 4. Before you had to get 3 small to make your thermometer. All right, so can I do the flawed? No, it has to be chipped. All right, so let's break them down to all that together. So I have 6 cinnabar. We are going to, I need a piece of copper. Take that. So what we're doing here is a thermometer. This guy. So we're going to need rose red, 4 pieces of glass, a copper plate, and a mercury bottle. What we're going to make is that mercury bottle. And kids, don't drink mercury. Ask Greg, it will kill you. Water out of that thing. Drinking water's fine. Don't drink mercury. Do I have anything down here to cook with? So you might have gandered by all of my cinnabar and stuff like that. I've been a little busy mining. Let me turn on my waypoints here. There is all the veins I found so far. I think I've got 3 Chaco veins. I did finally find a Tetra vein, so I do have a good source of copper, better than Chaco. It actually has pure copper in it, and Tetra is better than Chaco as well, or at least it's a better amount of copper. And I found redstone. I found me a desert over here. The desert actually has a bedrock somewhere. Did I not turn them on? Turn them on. Waypoints on. There we go. So there's actually a redstone vein with a tin vein on top of it, nickel vein right beside it, and then right here is a redstone bedrock vein. Then over here is where I was actually mining for my redstone, which is at a silver bedrock, which has galena down there. I didn't see any silver. So I'm kind of confused about that. Even though galena does have silver in it, I was actually expecting it to have, yeah, you're not going in there. You get out of there. What we want is just 2 sticks. I think I can do it with just 1. Let's try it. Stick in there, and then we need dust. And we need a way to start this. Let's get appetite here. And I put the apatite gems in here because they do work as a way of making a flint and tinder. So you can actually use these gems. I don't think there's chipped versions of them. Otherwise, that would have probably made the flint and tinder, but get that pretty easily in excess. Pop that on. There we go. There's our mercury. Pop it out of there, and we now have a bottle of mercury. And nothing left. So when you're making the bottle of mercury with a centrifuge, you can actually get a 2-to-1 recipe for your mercury. Let's see, mercury. So in a smelter, where is just a regular dust? There it is. You get 48 liters per dust in a centrifuge. 2 cinnabar, you get 144 liters of mercury. And this is considered 1 unit of mercury, which is 144. I do believe it's 144. It's usually 250 in a bottle, but I've always done just one. Yeah, 144. It's what I thought. Confused me for a second there. Yeah, it's so you only need 2 of them in a centrifuge. All right, so now we need to find a red flower. We've got all these flowers, and not one red one exists over here. Find one. Red flower, blue thorns. Red flower, blue thorns. Bad day for me to be colorblind. All right, there we go. And for anybody that didn't know, you can kind of maximize your dye. Take your. Well, did I not bring it up? Oh, yeah, there it is. Take this, juice it, give you a plant remain. You know what? I don't think I have any empty bottles left. Another empty bottle. And a good thing we've got all of these furnaces here. I need to make some glass anyways. Let me get that done. Thought I had some sand around here. There we go. Eight of them, so I know I have enough. Go ahead and let that do its thing. While we do that, we're going to come down here and cook up this copper. Make a copper plate. Got to do that while I was already down here. That is half a unit, so I'm going to take that with it. That way I can just make 2 copper plates instead of pouring another half a one here. Throw the night in there. Fire that bad boy up. I'll throw in the copper. Good to go. Except you know what? That's only 1 1/4. I'm going to have 3/4 coming out, not. That's bronze. Shit. Bear can't math today. How did I think that I only needed. I don't know. I'm going to have 3/4 in there. And I forgot to take out the damn ashes. Look what you did, doofus. That. Always got to make sure you clean out your ashes. I'll be making a hopper to collect the ashes soon. I think I'm going to move this up into the building. Just put it over on the other side, away from the pipe that brings in the water. I think I'm going to put it on the other side of the building. That way I don't have to keep coming down here in this cave to cook stuff up. I can do it right there in that building. Got to be safe and keep it away from all the bad things that'll melt it down. Now, where is the rod mold? Come on. And then we'll just grab. This is what I should have done with the other one. This is why I never make a chunk, because I can just make 2 bolts, and then I don't need a chunk. Put that in there. Throw that in there. Go get thermometer made. Now I will make a thermometer meter, a thermometer that goes on front of the crucible, but one step at a time. Today we're just making the thermometer, which is not quite as necessary now that it turns yellow when it's about to blow up, but it's still a nice thing to have. All right, there we go. Now we have a bottle of flour dye. Now, I was thinking that plant remain I got actually was a red dye, so juicing it doesn't really do you any good. Either that changed or my memory is worse than I thought it was. Because I swore before we could. And I do get my 2 bottles back. Now, I do know that you can do the poppy. That gives you 1. Gives you 1 and a 30% chance. See, I swore that was a 30% chance at a red dye. Spreader, mortar, fermenter, compressor, extractor. I guess there is no way of doubling your flours in GT6. I swore there was. Again, my memory must be horrid. Unless the only way is when you mix it with the water, you can make 2 that way. I think is right. But anyways, we now have our Quicksilver thermometer. It has no durability on it. And if you're impatient, you actually want to know what the temperature is. If you're trying to use like a lead burning box, which if you fill it too high, a lead burning box will not heat some things hot enough if there's too much in there. So if you just want to make sure that you're at the temperature that you need to be, or that your temperature is going up, or you just want to know how close you are, you can smack her on there and it'll tell you. And eventually you can turn that into a thermometer sensor with a double tin alloy plate, 3 redstone, and some fine red wire. Fine out red alloy wire, unfortunately, only comes from foil early on. You can use a wire mill with a rod, but early on you're going to have to use cutters and red alloy foil. And the only way to make that is with a red alloy plate. anvil, which only gives you 2, where a cluster mill eventually will give you 4. So I have got to get some red alloy made up. So I will work on getting that done and getting the double tin alloy plate done. And 2 episodes, we will turn this Quicksilver thermometer into a thermosensor. Then we can work on making an auto shutoff for this so we don't have to worry about it blowing up. But that is going to be it for today. I wanted to get that made. And I think I'm going to work on making me a liquid burning box and probably a tank for my creosote. So we're going to have a very busy week. Y'all have a good one. And I will see you guys next time. Hit them buttons and do them things. And there's going to be a little pop-up thingy up here where my map is. Click on that and it will take you to Crazy's channel. She's doing a GT5 and a GT6 single player thing right now. And y'all can go and check that out. Show her some love. Check out her nice custom cake that Greg made for her. I'll talk to you guys later.